Please subscribe if you have not yet and hit the like button, and hopefully this will come in handy for some of you sisters. Assalamu alaikum everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how I do my eyebrows. But as you can see, I don't really do my eyebrows, so you might be confused as to what does she mean. So what I mean is, it's been at least over a year since I stopped waxing or threading or shaving my eyebrows. Towards the beginning it's been really difficult, especially when you're letting it grow out. It looked really weird, sparse area, and it wasn't easy. I was extremely tempted multiple times to pluck or thread or shave and things like that, but alhamdulillah I managed not to. But although I don't pluck and thread and wax and things like that, I do try to sometimes make my eyebrows look decent, mainly for parties and when I used to go out to work. Now that I work from home and there are no parties really, I don't really do my eyebrows anymore. But when I did, this is how I did, and I'd like to share it with you. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, what I'm going to do is, I've washed my face already. I'm going to use some wipes. I just use these makeup remover. I know I don't have any makeup on, but I'm going to still go ahead and clean my eyebrow area a little bit for better application. So it's quite clean because there's no makeup on. So I'm not going to do the whole face, but let me just go ahead and do that. So that's that. And then what I do is, usually I use one of these. Got this from Walmart, and just kind of use a toner for my skin and my eyebrow area. Smells so good. I really like this product. It's really nice and gentle on my skin, and I don't have the best of skin. So now that it's clean, I'm going to let it dry. So I do sometimes pluck some of the hair out of my middle of the eyebrow when I have, a bit too long, but otherwise I just leave it alone. But I do clean hair from my forehead and the side and my face, and I used to wax and I threaded too. Horrible experience every time I had done it, because I would get this allergic reaction and my face would turn red and bumpy, and it would take a week or so for it to calm down. So what I do now is I try to use these blades, you can see. So this one I ordered on Amazon. Quite frankly, this is not the best, but it does the work. The best one I've ever used, I had bought it from Burlington, just Spur of a Moment thing, and I bought it. I never found another set like that again, but those were like the best, super sharp, but best. So what I would normally do at this point is try to get all these tiny hair out. So I'm going to first show you, when I start, what I do for daily work day, and then I'll show you the party one, okay? So I would just, you can see, go ahead and just clean it just a little bit. That's that. Gotta be very gentle and light hand because you don't want to be cutting your skin. And that's it. Do you see the difference? Look at this and that. See? This and that. As a result of. So that's what I would normally do, you know, get everything same tone. Yeah. As you can see, it's a bit dry skin. And then after I do that, wipe my skin one more time. There you go. Now, dry it. So I've had this Milani brush for years, like so many years. I don't remember. This part is like gone, but I continue to use this. But recently about 4 months ago, I received this one in my Ipsy box, and I love it. It has all these products in one box. So it comes with really nice brush, and then a brows for your brow bone. You have this, 2 shades, a little bit darker, a little bit lighter. And this is the brush. And in the end, I've used this. It was pretty good. And then there is this brow gel, which I don't really care for. I feel like it's too much on my eyebrows. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this and brush my hair downward first. So I can get an idea of what the top part looks like. Yeah? Okay. Now, for my everyday office, I use this. That's what I use. I mainly use the dark brown here. And for my party looks, I usually use some sort of gel, and I use the CoverGirl. This is 7255. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to use my handy dandy brush, which I have to find first. So, unfortunately, I did not find my regular brush. That's what happens when you don't use something for a long period of time. You don't need it, so you don't look for it, and then it disappears. I'm sure it's somewhere, I just can't find it. So today I'm going to use this one instead. This is BH Cosmetics number 10. I got this in a bag with whole sorts of different brushes, and it was a gift from my dear friend Sanji. So I'm going to take this brunette, and I'm going to apply this. So I usually just take on this side and that side, a little bit here, and then start it off. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but maybe I'll do it here. All right, so the top. That's it for the top part. You see, you can see this dark harsh line. That's it. And then now I'm going to go ahead and brush my hair upward. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply it in the bottom. As you can see, I have this little group of hair, bunch of hair that is not really part of. If I had waxed or threaded, I believe I would have taken this whole entire part off. But since I don't do that, I have to work with it, and usually my eyebrow ends up looking a little bit thicker, fatter than normally it would for many other people, but you know, work with what you got, right? One eyebrow down. This is where I would leave it at this point for my everyday office. So this is what it looks like at this point, just for office. Maybe a little bit more here, maybe there. That is it. See, it's a bit thick, but you know, nowadays people don't mind thick eyebrows, do they? So now that I have that, that's my normal office look, okay? So if I wanted to do for party, I would not use this one. I would actually use the darker one. Because when, after adding all your face stuff, you know, foundation and whatnot, and eyeshadow and everything, even if you use a darker color, it doesn't show or yell or shout as much. So it's okay to use a, you know, this side, you know, as you can see, I've used it a lot. So the trick is to use a very thin brush. You know, that will really help you define it better. So yeah, same exact thing, except I will, if you can see what I'm doing. See how just drastically just got super darker? Alright, so take a little bit more. I usually scrape it off the side to make the edge super thin. And then if you want to smooth it out, just use your brush. Spoolie, is that what you call it? Okay, but you see all these hair over here? So normally I would either use this. This is concealer by Kiss Beige Glow number 4. Okay, or I would use this concealer, Milani's Conceal Perfect. This is number 145. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this. Take a little bit out. Just a little bit out in the tip. This brush is super old. I bought it from CVS one fine day. So it comes off and it has different brush heads. Just pop them in. And it's called portables. Served me well. So you use this kind of brush, a thin brush. See the difference? So obviously when you put the rest of the makeup on, it would blend. What I'll do is just to blend it a little more, kind of brush my eyebrow. There you go. So at this point, if you want to add any sort of gel, like this one, brow wax, or the one that came in my box, this one, you can add to hold it up longer. So I'm going to just go ahead and apply this one. This is an extra step. I think if you have a nice spoolie, you can always use Vaseline as well. That's what you have at home. So this is it, guys. So let me know what you think. Please subscribe if you have not yet and hit the like button, and hopefully this will come in handy for some of you sisters.